Hello and welcome to a short tutorial on this phase for designing your shoe and creating clean vector artwork of your design in Illustrator. So I want to point out that when you have Illustrator open and this is the file, it has several layers. I've got my demo included in this. This will not exist in the file that you download, but it's got multiple layers. They're all hidden except for student work. And I also want to point out that to keep your workspace clean and to have you focus on how to do this assignment, I would suggest you turn off or click away all default windows. And after you've done that from window, just open up brushes, layers, and properties. And then I also want to add that brushes, you want to view this up here. You want to view this here. You don't want to show calligraphic. How can I not say that? You just want to show the list view and you want to show pattern brushes. The reason I want you to do that is because this file includes some brushes here that are custom that I made to get you to explore how Illustrator can create some really amazing tools for you in your process of creating digital art. So let's just dive in here. To start you out, I want to show you that this file has reference images here of various shoe shapes. You can incorporate aspects of each of these shoes. You need to work with this file though, because the scale of the point size that I want you to use is all calibrated based on the size of this document. So you could use these, and I'm going to demonstrate this, but I do want you to see that you have reference images here. These are locked and they're dimmed. So using this technique, I will give you a little sneak preview. I was able to create this pretty quickly, and I want to show you how I did this, and I want to walk you through this. So I'm going to turn that off and get back here, and let's just say I'm going for high top. I'm going to wake this up. This is locked, but I want to make sure, I just want to remind you that you're going to work in the student work layer. I want you to work using the pencil. I don't want any fill, just a black stroke. You want to make it 3 points in fatness. And by default, the nature of your stroke should be a cap, a butt cap. That's what you want. And then also I want to point out something. If you double click on this pencil tool, you're going to see you have some options here. And these are what I'm going to recommend for you. I think it's going to be really helpful. I'm using my non-dominant hand with my mouse because I'm left-handed for this assignment demo. I recommend that you take this and move it to not all the way to smooth. It's going to probably present to you in this state. You want to click it here. And then if any of these are activated, you want to deselect them. Deselect all of this because this is going to make this much easier. So now that I've got this set up with 3 points, no fill, I can now, and this is important, I'm just going to maybe go over these shapes as a reference. Now, I do want to point out that what you want to do is you want to intersect. So I'm starting way out here where I don't really need it, swooping over here. I am crossing these over. That's a little exaggerated, but what the heck? This is an illustration. Whoa, that should straighten out a little bit. I'm going to actually do that again. And remember, this is my non-dominant hand. So I will take this. And because there's some smoothing in this, it's going to kind of straighten things out. And I'll just do a few more here and here, and I'll just do this and like that. Okay. So now I'm going to hide this sneaker here so I can really see what I've built here. And then I'm going to do Command A, which is, or Command or Control A, which gets all the elements that I have created. And then I'm going to go over here to the Shape Builder tool. I'm going to click on it, and now holding down Option or Alt. Please watch as I hover over the intersecting areas. It brings it, it highlights it. While I'm holding down Option or Alt, I click on it and it cleans it up. So cool and so quick. So now you can see that I've just by holding down the Option or Alt, I'm able to clean this up. Now, this is obviously kind of quick and not perfect, but I just want to get you connected with this method, okay? So now I've got this shape. I could, if you recall in our earlier assignments, I could click on this with my curvature tool and make it a little round if I wanted to, and click and make another little node there to make it sort of round. Get back out of that tool. Now, let's wake this up again, my reference layer. And let's say that I wanted to also illustrate the top stitching, because remember, we're designing something that would be a clear indication of your design that would go into the fabricators, and they would cost out fabric and thread and whatnot. So we want to be clear and crisp in these kinds of illustrations. So I'm going to show you where these custom brushes are going to come into play. I'm going to just get my pencil back here, and I am going to just go along the stitching line here. And I'm going to intersect it. And I'm also going to create a pencil line where the stitching is here. Now watch this. I'll go back just to my selection tool. I'm going to select this line, and I'm just going to go over here to brushes and select top stitching. And you can see that it now changed it to top stitching. Pretty cool, huh? So then over here, top stitching. And now I'll hide my reference layer, because I do want to show you something now. If I select everything again, I can sweep over while I'm holding down my mouse, or I could do Command A. And now I'm going to get back to the Shape Builder tool, holding down Option or Alt on a PC. I'm going to click in these areas that I overdrew, and there you go. And then the last thing I want to show you is the eyelet brush. So let's wake up our reference layer again, high top. And let's say that I want to indicate some eyelets. I'm just going to take my basic pencil brush, and in this case, it's gone back to 1 point. It doesn't matter, because really what I want is just to create a path. And my shoe's not going to have as many eyelets. So I'm going to create that, and now I have to select it. Okay, I've got to wake it up. And then I'm going to go over here and click on this. And here's my eyelet brush here. I can kind of move it around if I want to. I could also get my curvature brush here just to change the shape of it a little bit. I could add a little bend to it if I wanted to. Click on it and add a little bit of a bend. And there we go. And let's turn that reference layer off. And then the last thing we have here is we do have a shoelace brush. And for this, I'm actually going to actually use my paintbrush tool for this, and I'm going to select the shoelace brush, and then I'm just going to go like that and that. And I guess I could cross it. Now, the only thing with this shoelace brush is that it's leaving an open end here, and you want to create your artwork so that everything is contained and closed loop, which means lines join. So, you're going to need to add a line to this to clean it up. So you can certainly get back to your pencil tool. You can change it back to 3, and then you can just go like this. And I think this one would be on top of that, maybe. And maybe this one would be joining. You sort of have to do some, kind of have to think about this. That doesn't look as clean as I would like it to look. And if you want to make that super clean, do Command or Control Y, and you can get into your outline view. Sometimes that can help. Let's just go back here, or just enlarge it. Command or Control plus, and space bar, holding it down, will let you scoot around, and then you can kind of take these things. And if you want to clean it up, you can certainly get to the direct selection and just double click on a point, and you can scoot it around a little bit. Same with this. I can double click to just move that one little point, and sometimes it gets a little clicky, but I don't know what that is. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't like that. This, and click here. Now I'm going to do Command minus, Control minus. So the last thing I want to let you know is that let's say that you really didn't want to just do a shoe, you wanted to do a taller shoe. Here's what you're going to do in this file. You're going to stay in this file, but you're going to go over here to the artboard and you're going to click on that, and then you're just going to, oops, you might make sure that you don't add a new artboard. You're going to click on this and just hold on and add it, make it taller. And then that would give you the extra real estate that you need in this file if in fact you want to make a very tall boot. And again, I apologize, this is kind of sloppy. I would think you probably would want to draw it like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing just to show you how this is. I selected all that, back to the shape builder, holding down Option or Alt on a PC, and I'm just going to hover. Let's zoom up so you can actually see this. I'm going to, everything's selected, I'm going to hold down Option or Alt, and I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of this. Let's see, I guess I'll get rid of that. You can see it's just a very cool way to create very clean artwork. And then, hello, look what I can do again. Getting to my curvature tool, I can just add a node there, and I think I'll get rid of that one. I select it and I delete it, and now I can, like that, hold down Command or Control, click away, and now just to quiet it down. And then I can click like this, and that. I guess I'll go back. Anyhow, so this is the basic drill. These, again, I want to remind you, these different layers are references. You could combine things, but the bottom line here is when you send me your assignment file, I want to see that the lines are connected and clean, because that's really what we're focusing on here, is how to build clean line art in Illustrator. So I look forward to seeing your work, as always.